Thank you very much, fellow Africans, and welcome to our today's episode of the Change for African campaign. So, fellow Africans, being on Friday as usual is all about our fifth pillar of the Change for African campaign, where we focus on matters to do with the climate change that we face as an African continent. So, fellow Africans, this being our 90th episode, to help us exemplify this episode today will be the SDG target 13.2. Remember, the SDG goal itself is all about climate. SDG goal 13 is all about climate action. It's a global thing, but then we are Africans, and Africa is our business, so we discuss this in the African context. So, fellow Africans, target SDG 13.2 is all about that they want to integrate climate change in national development plans. Integrating climate change in national development plans. So, fellow Africans, the very question is to see what is this integration of the climate change plans into the national development plans. This means that we have to come up with initiatives, that are able to be part of climate change solutions, the issues surrounding climate change and all this about global warming, that initiatives that can be brought up so that they can be part of the solutions about being able to, cure ourselves, not curing really, but being able to prevent ourselves from the ravaging effects of climate change. So these are issues that are incumbent upon all the African society to make sure that since when it comes to the issues of climate change into Africa, we are saying that Africa is the most hit continent. So we must come up with initiatives that are able to be collectively, a prerogative to all of us, that they are a prerogative to all of us in a way that all of us have the same intention towards curbing this, problem that we're facing as Africa, and the problem is climate change. So this should be an issue whereby we as Africans, especially the young people, that's why the Change for Africa campaign is here, that a movement aimed at civilizing the African youth. Therefore, that we are approaching this issue as a team in making sure that we want to solve one problem, and the problem is climate change. Africa has been encountering many of these, and so the integration part of it into the integration of climate change in national planning strategies will enable us, because this will now be like movements, to movements related to issues of climate change affecting Africa. So this will enable us to be able to have organized teams. When it comes to tackling problems, we also need decorum. There must be sanity in around these areas. That is why when you come up with these strategies, meaning that we are having teams that can be able to focus on particular areas, focus on these areas, and they're focusing on a particular problem to be able to curb the effects of climate change, because these effects are live and well. And as we progress into the future, the effects are not going down, rather they are going, they continue to expand and to be so many. And in Africa, yes, we all agree, we have been having so many initiatives that have come in place. Many countries in Africa, some of them have been able to implement something that can be, termed as solutions towards curbing climate change. That's for the very example, we have the Africa Adaptation Initiative. It's a framework. It's a framework that is trying to strengthen resilience through joint planning, funding, and technical assistance. So this is an African thing, whereby an Africa Adaptation Initiative. So these are some of the things we're speaking about, and they should not just be created; they should be able to be seen. The impact should be recognized. That in Africa we have a particular initiative that is focused on matters to do with climate change. Because some of these initiatives are formed, but then their impact is never felt. Their positive impact is never felt, or even their presence is never seen. So we need to get that initiatives that are put in place, these are positive, they come with the positive impact that is, they are meant to do. Because where are these ravaging effects being witnessed so much? We have the rural areas of Africa. Remember, these rural areas whereby we have the huge population of the people of Africa living, and this also related to now our fourth pillar of the Change for African campaign on matters with the living standards of our African people, living standards of our African people. Because now the climate change, the ravaging effects are some of the things that lead or result to the kind of living standards that our people in Africa live. So we need to make sure we deal with the issues, knowing that these are issues that they do complement each other. So we need to face these issues with solutions that can be able to make us to get out of these problems, of this quagmire once and for all. Though it is not it is not a progress, it's not an issue that will be very fast, but you need to have those steps. You need to make sure that we have those strategic plans that we're speaking about here to be able to curb this problem. Remember this, the moment you still continue to experience the effects of climate change, the poverty, food insecurity, and displacement, they continue to escalate. And this is when now the insecurity now, even apart from food insecurity, lead to other issues of security in Africa. We realize that in Africa, we still are facing a major problem to do with the issues of climate change. So fellow Africans, allow me to end at that point. Being on Friday, this is our 90th episode. We have 10 to go. So let's meet next week as we discuss about our 91st episode about governance in Africa. So thank you very much, fellow Africans. Let's meet there. Thank you.